Throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson. It's caught by Coleman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He finds Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Now a play fake here on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Vikings.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 31. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to it. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
It's second down.
Ready? Check. 59. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. This one complete to Coleman. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the matchups they're getting.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Mark Degree, 90. 190. Left.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, Delta!
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside. Inside the 10-yard line.
Take over 1st down and goal to go at the 8.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Drops it off for Coleman. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the... And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, box truck, box truck. 3 down. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Neal. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ready. 8, read. Bravo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Neal. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Gerald McCoy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is brought in at the 21. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're
Off the bootleg. Neal rolling to his left. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
2nd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Hey, Delta.
Everybody, Mike 20. Get that quarterback.
Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Neal, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here comes Grant on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
70, Indy. We got 5.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Neal, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin White, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act So we've reached the intermission. Point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Neal. Able to get this to Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Got three. 3 down. Hey, Mike 20. Here we go.
From the gun, Neal. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I'm going to run you over. Check. Fresno.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Okay, bring up 2
yards. And it's 3rd down.
Set. Here we go. Slow ball. Slam. Hey, check.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, Don't use your quarterback in the running game.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
X3, 218, chop. Get it.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down.
Now.
Operating from the gun. Neal. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Double tight, guys, double tight. No. 3 down. No.
Come. Let's go.
A run for Nick Chubb. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Drake. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Hey, Haywood. 5.
From the gun, Neal. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Neal into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now it's Jackson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Jackson now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Watch tight. Tight end.
Hey, exit. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
At the Texans' 26-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Go. 70, Indy.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a draw play with Drake. He only got a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Neal. He's got a man. It's Williams. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back to throw. Neal. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As he'll go from the... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The kick by Lutz is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Minnesota, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Houston,
gon' slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it.